Yo, what's up guys? I hope to God the range is right. I haven't done a video in this style for a while. So currently, what's up guys? Terrell from Terrell Game Vlogs. Currently, I'm trying to extract some files because I want to try the Windows 10 view. I've heard relatively good things, so I'm curious to see how it goes. But I want to talk to you partially about Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, specifically for the two shows that are over but will carry on their spirits for decades to come. Actually, Goku has been running around since the fucking 80s and he still isn't finished, even though the manga, I think, for Dragon Ball Z ended in the fucking 90s. And we just kept going and it's still fucking going with this fucking Frieza movie. And we just found out that Frieza has a golden form. Woo! Bruh, I'm so... And I just saw Neo's video title. And I've exclusively admitted to myself, I think I have lost all fucks to give about Dragon Ball Z. Like almost as a whole, I have no fucking drive whatsoever to go see anything Dragon Ball Z in my life. Like, because, I'll put it this way, didn't see Battle of the Gods Z. Xenoverse was like, it's probably the most interest I've been into Dragon Ball Z anything for like the last, and of course the fucking computer went to sleep, we can't have that. Anyways, and Xenoverse was like the only game that made me pseudo interested, and even not interested enough to even get it for the PlayStation 3, because you know I don't have PlayStation 4. Even then I was like, well, I could get a PlayStation. I'm getting a PlayStation 4 at some point anyway. Why not get Dragon Ball Xenoverse for PlayStation 4? I can't make myself give a fuck enough. And Naruto, it's been like that for a while actually. Naruto has been like that before the manga ended. I had become super disillusioned with Naruto. Whereas Dragon Ball Z, which I still enjoyed all the way up to the end, whereas Naruto, I was just like, alright, war shit. There's like literally, I think the beginning of the war was like the most enjoyable part of the war for me. And then even then, it just kind of, even then it wasn't great. It was just at least somewhat interesting. Now, and then by the end of it, it just became a fucking... I don't care, 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 I don't care. Even the Naruto last movie, it's the same fucking thing. Oh, we got like, there's a whole bunch of Naruto movies I need to go watch. I have no fucking interest in watching them. Even the last movie is like the one, and see what pissed me off is that if anyone remembers, I made a Road to Ninja movie about me being interested in the movie purely because I thought, you know, we're going to focus on the other characters, and then, you know, obviously you realize, oh, it's like an alternate fake moon dimension bullshit. And I've actually seen clips from the movie. I haven't even bothered watching the whole movie because I have no fucking drive to watch the whole movie. But you see all these clips from the movie, and I've seen like most of the main stuff. Like I know what happens for the most part, which is still kind of a meh thing. It's kind of hard to get like, see these what if stories people like to throw, which is what Naruto and Dragon Ball Z have been throwing in my face is what if stories. You know the problem with what if stories? You gotta really, and I mean this, you have to be really fucking invested into the original franchise to give a fuck about a what if story. Dragon Ball Z what if period have bored the shit out of me. Why? Because they literally have done them in games since like the Tenkaichi series on the PlayStation 2. Granted, the what if things for there was usually something as dumb as, oh, what if they used the portrait thing, the earrings, I'm probably mispronouncing that, the portrait rings, but instead of giving the other one the Vegeta, fucking Goku fused with Hercule, or Yamcha fused with Tien, or Krillin fused with Cell, like, and then they just continue that trend on and on. It's like, oh look, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Well, who gives a fuck? There's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. It's like, oh look, Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Yeah, because, you know, Broly was cool for his first movie, and then every subsequent movie, I stopped caring. The second one was just kind of bullshit, because the second one, he literally lost to Gohan, Goten, Videl, and Kid Trunks. Like, and then the third one, I think he just got beat by Goten and Trunks, and I'm like, well, this is just dumb. Especially because it was like Bio Broly and shit. I was like, I don't care. And so, like, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z to me has officially run its course. Like, I cannot force myself to give a fuck enough about Dragon Ball Z anymore. And Naruto is going to get there way quicker than DBZ. See, DBZ took until now, alright, around the last 5 years, Dragon Ball Z started, it's just completely done with me. But the Dragon Ball franchise has been going on since the 80s. That's almost 30 fucking, yeah, that's about 30 fucking years, if not a little bit, or somewhere in the mid-20s, that it took me to get tired of DBZ, particularly because I wasn't even around for most of it. I was around for like half that. So for me, it only took me about 10-something years. Whereas Naruto, I started getting into in 2006, and it hasn't even been a decade yet. 2005, well, it's been about a decade, going into a decade, that I've been reading and getting into Naruto. And I'm almost already fucking sick of it. Oh look, Chunin exam filler. It's like the anime. It was like, hey look, Chunin exam filler. I'm so excited about them showing something that I've been wanting them to show. And then you realize you only care about that shit when it's done the right way. See, trying to go back and do it it doesn't work as well. Because now I have nothing to look forward to. See, it's a nice in-between thing, but knowing where all the characters end up, I don't give a shit. So, and especially when it comes to characters like fucking Neji, it's like, hey look, Neji's over here, and you're just like, I don't care. Oh look, Neji learns the air palms this way. Like, yeah, well, when a show gives me a lot of a character to enjoy, I can enjoy what-if stories. I mean, hell, I still sat through One Piece movie 9, which is all that is kind of it's pretty much remaking Drum Island as if it was right before Brook. So it was like right at the CP9, but before Brook. So like Chopper turns into like the 8th member instead of the 5th? Yeah, 5th. One Piece. I mean, Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Sanji, Usopp, Chopper. Yeah, the 6th. Remember? So he dropped from 6th to 9th. 6th to 8th. And I still watch that. I mean, I can still enjoy anime movies, so it's not specifically that. I think I'm just tired of seeing, and I'm even admitted that there are certain parts of One Piece I'm tired of. The only two things I'm specifically tired of for One Piece is the way the anime is being handled, and I'm tired of the fucking epic movies that Oda's been doing. I would prefer them do what they were using to do, which was the things like movie 6, movie 5, movie 4, movie 3, movie 2, where they were either grand adventures or like focused on a character. Because I'm so tired of the epics, because what we end up getting are shit that tries to push that world building shit, which that's cool, but it's a fucking anime movie. Just make a one-off story. It'd be nice if it focused on a character and just move from there. Movie 6 is still like my favorite One Piece movie. Movie 6, movie 5, movie 4, movie 3 are great One Piece movies. Strong World and Z are fun movies in their own right. Z probably because of more character interactions. Personally, to me that's the biggest draw for One Piece, character interactions. But like, fuck this shit where they're like, you know what we should do? We should overly push the epics, because to me that's when you stop caring. Actually, like that was kind of the thing with Dragon Ball Z. He kind of always been like that about saving the world, so it was just kind of part of the course. And even then, there's only so far much of DBZ I could take. And then Naruto went into the same damn direction. Well, see, the difference between Dragon Ball Z and Naruto is Dragon Ball Z, that was my first time going through that shit. Naruto, I've experienced that shit already, so it's like I have less tolerance for that. And if One Piece goes that route, which I know it's gonna go that route to an extent, I'm gonna get tired of it. I'm already kind of annoyed with the Pirate Warriors 3. Because I'm like, yo, you just released these other games. I am so tired of this shit. It's like, oh, look. And then the Frieza thing just drove me up the fucking wall. And then the Boruto thing with Naruto. It's like, oh, look, Frieza is going to be a villain in the next movie. Who the fuck gives a shit about Frieza? Like, dead ass. And see, maybe it's just me, but Frieza has never been my favorite. Frieza, the only value Frieza has to me is that he was like one of them villains that you kind of saw and it's like, Frieza has one of those faces that you just want to punch the shit out of. That's how Frieza is for me. But like, in terms of me giving a shit that he's back, I have no fucks to give. Like, absolutely no fucks to give. And then to see that, oh, he has a golden form. Woo. Woo. Like, I think that was when the Frieza shit was even announced. I was like, you have made me care less about this than the Boruto movie, which I already didn't care about the Boruto movie. And why? Because I think J-Man said it best. He's a kid who grew up with everything. What the fuck do I care about seeing Naruto's kids for? Seriously. And see, we already know that Kishimoto sucks at actually developing side characters. He can only focus on a few characters at a time. If he focuses on more than like 5, he fucks himself up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get invested by this, and I think it's not even Kishimoto writing it, which is like my only hope for it. Why, if you didn't even develop the parents of these kids, why the fuck would I even care about the kids? Like, and the only thing that makes me even curious to read the Boruto shit is literally because it's not written by Kishimoto. Because Kishimoto can't write side characters for shit. He can introduce them, he can set them up, but he can't fucking follow through, and it's just weak as fuck. And I already said that his romances are really fucking bad. The romances with Hinata was just, I felt like he fucking forgot about it and threw it in at the last minute. To the point in which, I even admit this, you kill Neji to give Hinata a moment with Naruto. Like, that's weak as fuck. And then you have Sakura, which to me, all that proved is abusive relationships work. Thanks for the goddamn message, you piece of fuck. I don't even care. And then you hear, oh, after the Naruto last movie, we're gonna do a movie on Naruto's son. And everyone in the back goes, who the fuck cares? Because it's like, yo, you didn't even really flesh out Hinata and Naruto's relationship. And the only way you could do that was through a movie. That's literally how you had to justify the relationships. You had to justify Naruto even fucking confessing any type of having any love like that for Hinata in a movie. Because you read it so badly in the series. And people will fucking throw it in my face and go, but Naruto isn't about romance. Really? Then tell me why the final chapter of Naruto literally does nothing but confirm pairings. They're like plot holes in the damn story, and all Kishimoto really spent time on was showing off the kids of the next generation and pushing all pairings. Whoever got married to who and who had kids and shit. That's all the last chapter was. Actually, the shit, like, it was it. It was it. Romance had to be some portion of it because it was the damn main focus for the last chapter in the series. I don't care. The Dragon Ball Z the Frieza, fuck that. I have no fucks to give. Oh my god, you painted the nigga gold and he came back. Oh, granted, I've always been a bigger One Piece fan than DBZ fan, so that's the other reason, but like, you picked the most, to me, the least enjoyable villain in Dragon Ball Z. I would argue and say that I think Frieza is considered to be the most threatening because of how he was introduced and the whole arc in general. But like, to me personally, he is the worst villain out of all of them in terms of actual interest. I'd be more interested in seeing Cell come back, or Boo, or fucking Vegeta being evil again than seeing fucking Frieza. Why? Well, for one, Frieza didn't have any interesting abilities. He could just turn into different fucking forms and shit and then run rickshaw on niggas. Like, that's all he did. Versus Cell, who could literally take the cells of Z fighters. So having him have that ability and having him getting super, his shit would be more interesting purely because he could just go around stealing cells. He could have been stealing cells of every Dragon Ball Z character we've faced so far. Even Beerus in Battle of the God Z. And have that nigga be so decked out and threatening. That would be more of an interesting movie than fucking Frieza. Majin Buu absorbing Beerus would be more of an interesting fucking movie than fucking Frieza. The only thing about this Frieza movie that will have any saving grace is if Vegeta kills him. That's it. That's the only fucking thing you can do. And then something tells me at some point they're going to do a fucking movie based around Goku's parents, because we already know, we found out what his mother looks like, and now that we have that information, like, there's going to be a movie around it. We're going to show it somewhere. We're going to fucking show our mother animated somewhere. I don't care. I don't care. The bullshit road, the road to being a legendary shonen is paved with over-exaggeration on the smallest of things. That isn't clever, but fuck it. And that's just my general opinions. So tell me, do you have no fucks to give, or do you have fucks to give? That is the question. Fuck or not to fuck? Or not to give a fuck. Yeah. To give a fuck or not to give a fuck. Anyways, this has been the vlogs again for your boy Terrell. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below.